Let's go. Welcome to On the Attack with MACK Live, a podcast meant to inspire, motivate, and even educate you to go out there and win in life. I am your host, Cornell Mack, and I am geeked up today. We are going to make some big announcements today. We're going to talk about some snow, and we have a guest interview, maybe even two tonight. They are getting in here quick. We got Brightstone Lawns, Kenny's Lawn Cares or Kenny's Lawn Service, My Lawn Barber, AB Lawn Care 2023, Lone Wolf Landscaping, D-Mac Lawns, Cat's Paw LLC, Lucas Blumling, my homie. What's going on? Carolina Outdoor Services is in the building. Over here on YouTube, we got Walker's Lawn Care, Spence Crisco, Bees, Lawn Cutting LLC, Matthew Kenyon. What is going on with everyone tonight? I am geeked up. We're going to make a big announcement or two tonight. So make sure that you stick around. We're going to talk about what's been going on with me and all of this snow that we have had here this last 11 out of 13 days, I think it's been, where we've been out doing some snow stuff. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to have a guest interview today. So I'm excited, man. This is going to be a fun show today. We got Royal 26 Drew's Property Maintenance, 307 Services over here, Seeds Landscaping, LBC OG is in the building. This is all the people over here on Instagram. You know, we got some people over here on YouTube too. What's going on, Earl Baker? How are you, my friends? Patrick Notzel. I hope that's how you Notzel. I hope that's how you say that. What is going on? Welcome to the show. We'll get here to this motivational minute in a second. We'll get to that. But before we do that, you know what's going on here in on the West Coast. We got some wildfires that is absolutely devastating the area over there. So I would like to take a few seconds to give a moment of silence to all of the people who are being impacted by the wildfires over there in California. Uh, our thoughts and prayers go to all of the families. Please go to any of the GoFundMe's that you've been seeing to help all those families out. But let's have this quick moment of silence for everyone who's been impacted from those wildfires over there in California. Man, that's a tough thing that people are going through over there. But you know, now that that's over, let's move on to some more fun things to talk about, because that's what this show is all about: having fun, creating a community, being with one another. Each and every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, is where you can find the On the Attack with Mac live podcast. And if you would like to join, all you got to do is hop over on YouTube, hit the link in the comment section, and you can go into the green room, and I would love to talk to you. Every time that I turn this microphone on and turn this camera on, we are open to talk to entrepreneurs, lawn care people, no matter what you're in. I don't care what you're in. I believe that business is universal, and someone can teach us something. I would like to talk to them. So yeah, let's come join that thing. We are going to have a guest tonight, so I'm geeked up. But wow, we got let's see, Brightstone. We got Good Man Lawn Care Company in the building, Green Core Landscaping in the building. We'll get to some of them comments here in this section. Matthew Kenyon says, "Yo, from Iowa." Earl Baker is here. Earl's Dirty Cleanup in Trumbull County. We got Sway's Lawn Care. He says, "What's up, Mac?" Here in the Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Wow, we're gonna be talking about a little bit something that's going on down there in Tennessee here in a little bit. But hey, let's get to this week's motivational minute. I talked to you guys. Well, I think I did. I get the shows mixed up, so I don't know if it was on Power Moves or if it was on the Attack with Mac. But I recently hired an accountant who's also a bookkeeper. Wow, I am parched up in here. But yeah, I recently hired a accountant and a bookkeeper, and one of the things that she said to me was, "Let's handle the small things while they're small, so that you can handle the big things when they come. They won't mess you up so much." And so this week's motivational minute is exactly that, man. Handle the small things while they're small. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill, man. You got to take care of the things when they're small. All right, they're so much easier to take care of things when they're small. Here's an example, man. My screen door in my back was in the back of my house. My screen door, it was making this funny noise, and I could have just unscrewed the thing, checked it out, made sure it was okay. But then we had a windstorm, and I didn't. I neglected to do that. It was a small thing then. It just became a big thing. The windstorm came, it blew my door open, and it ripped out the 2x4, which is actually a good thing because it was a little bit wet, and that's why it ripped out. So I cut it out with a oscillating saw, and now I have to replace all of this wood and everything to fix my back door. This thing could have been prevented if, well, I guess it couldn't have been prevented because the wood was wet, and that's why it broke. But if I would have just handled that door when I needed to, I would have found that earlier. The door wouldn't be broke. We wouldn't have to replace metal parts of it and all of that. So I encourage you in this motivational minute to handle things while they're small. All right. And then if you handle things while they're small, here's another cool thing. You get blessed with big things, because if you can handle the small things and you show that you can handle those small things, you will be given bigger and better things to take care of because you will be trusted. So handle the small things while they're small. That's it for this week's motivational minute. I hope you got something from it. We got a green core landscape over here. Oh wow, I was too far up on the comment section. We got Iverson underscore one little trim lawn care services. RFS, the Cincy twins, who I will be coming to see here at some point soon to do another shop tour with those guys. They're killing it. Adept Lawn Care's in the building. Achafo Landscape. Sincere Jacobs is in the building. Lucine Matthew is in the building. Luke from the Stallions Outdoors. He says, "What's up, Mac?" We don't horse around. What up, Mac? Glad to join the live chat. I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have you here. But now let's get to this week's winner of the week. This is easy. I mean, we are dealing with some people are being negatively impacted by the cold weather as well. We want to send our thoughts and prayers out to them. But your boy, I'm geeked up. I am geeked up. And I'm gonna be a part of the winner of the week. And it is all of the people who are out there plowing that snow, making that dough. I don't know if I've said they were a winner of the week, but before I know we got a snowstorm a couple weeks ago. But man, 11 of the last 13 days where I'm at, and I know over in Ohio where my homie Cedric is at, we have been getting snow like crazy. And when you get to plow, finally, when you get to drop that plow, the revenue goes way up. For me, anyway, I can't speak for anybody else, but finally, we have got some snow here. So, all of the people who have made investments into snow equipment here in the Northeast, in my area, you are a winner of the week because you are finally getting to use it. Be safe out there. Take the proper precautions, drive slow and everything still. But man, am I happy for you as well as myself because we get to start the year off on a positive note. And like my man Spencer, Sean Spencer with Spencer's Lawn Care said to me in the comment section on his post, um, it's good to add a little nest egg to the beginning of your year. Right now, the money that you may need when the spring services come to buy your mulch or your pea gravel or whatever it is that you're going to need for your early spring services that you're going to be offering. If you do snow and you're plowing that snow, making some dough, you're going to have a good little nest egg where you might not have to touch the winter stuff, and you will be able to just go straight into the 2025 lawn care season and hit the ground running. My goodness gracious, I can't believe how dry my mouth is right now. This is insane. And it's on a live show, no less. But like I said earlier, we're going to have a guest here a little bit later. But before we get to that, shout out to the winner of the week. And I hope you enjoyed that motivational minute. And again, say some prayers and stuff for everybody who's being negatively impacted by the fires on the West Coast and the extreme cold on the East Coast. It's like bipolar here. What's up? Yes, my love. You get a drink. Can I get yeah, you want to say hi? Hi. Say what's up. What's up? All right. I'll be out in 1 second. All right. Hey, duty calls. It's a live show. My wife ain't here yet. So give me a second. Let me throw on a quick little music for you. My daughter came in here and she said, I need a drink. So let's I'll be Man, I apologize for that. My duty calls when you're a father. She's the most important thing. These are why we do this stuff, right? It's for at least for me, it's the children, my wife, our legacy, the things that we want to do. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do when the 5-year-old daughter needs what she needs, but it is what it is. So Patrick says up here in New York, we aren't getting much like the Spencers. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I feel bad for you. If that's something you rely on. But little trim, what's Chris Horning over here? Horning Yard Services. C Stout 912 is in the building. Little trims down here. We're having a good time tonight. I hope you are too. But before we get to this big announcement and well, these two announcements and our guest tonight, let me tell you about what's been going on. What's up, Kingfisher Lawn Care over there on Instagram? Let me tell you what's been going on with me this week for the 11 out of the last 13 days. And you can let me know how it's been for you, however it's been, whether you're getting snow or if you maybe you're down south and you're mowing, maybe your season is just now getting started. Let me know down in the comments section and do me a favor, hit the like button, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube, or and hit the share button, man. Share this thing out so we can increase our community here on the show and talk to more people and keep the conversation going. But this week, for the last 11 out of 13 days, we have been getting snow ba- basically 11 out of 13 days on a daily basis. And it's a welcome thing for me because the last 2 years we haven't done anything really. I went out, I think, 7 times to Salt last year. I don't even think I dropped the plow at all. The year before that, we dropped the plow once, and I think I went out and salted 9 times, and that was it. It has been terrible for the last 2 years. I'll just tell you that right now. But for the last 2 weeks, it has been a frenzy. A frenzy. Here's some of the stats for you, and you put some of your stats down because I have a small snow operation. I keep it that way intentionally. We do 3 parking lots and 10 long driveways and three like 3-car wide driveways that I can't get the plow on. So I just push shovel them. But my snow operation is small. So I would like to hear what some of your stats down in your snow. How much salt are you using? What type of equipment do you have? Are you using snow blowers? Are you using a plow? Are you just shoveling? Or are you using a plow like attachment on a lawnmower like the multi-force has? Let me know down in the comments. There's all kind of ways to do things, and in the comment section helps people, especially on YouTube, because it actually I think shows up on the thing, so you can actually give people advice. And over here on Instagram, we got Mac with a C, MAC dot landscaping. But yeah, my snow operation is small. But here's some of the stats for you. So far, out of the 13 times we went out, 4 of them have been plowable snow events. So they've been between 2 and 4 inches. We haven't had anything more than that. They were calling for anywhere between I think it was like 3 and 8 inches at one point, but we barely. I think we got hit with like the outside. So the most one of my sites had on it was like around 4 inches. So it hasn't been too bad. We've had 2 days where we had to go out multiple times, which is always awesome. Just for your reference, if I have to do a salt run only, I only it takes me about 4.5 hours. If I have to plow the same route, takes me about 6.5 hours. So if I have to plow, we add on about 2 hours to that. But like I said, my first year when I got the plow, we went out, I want to say 11 times and plowed. I made like 30K or something in 84 hours and I was hooked. I was like, yeah. I hate the cold weather though. I really hate it. I don't want to do it at all. So I might get out of snow eventually, but it's fun to do by myself. It's just unfortunate because I can't like record videos. Some people ask me like, why don't you do um, snow content? And I just can't. Like I said on the last show, or I can't again. The shows get all mixed up. So that's neither here nor there. Anyway, uh, 2 multi-time runs, and then I had a hell of a time getting my plow hooked up. Maybe this will help you. I didn't know this until this year, but I got a Boss VBX out. I got a Boss VBX 8000 and with the pintle chain and the vibrators are on that as well. I have a Boss DXT stainless 9.2 V plow as well. That's what my snow setup is, and it is on my Ford F350. And so that's what I use to to do my snow. And then I have 2 push shovels. One's 28-inch Boss push shovel. The other one's a 36-inch Boss push shovel, which I just talked about buying earlier. And then we use salt. I got a Lowe's bucket in the back seat because we can just open up the back of the salter, press a button, and it fills the bucket up, and you just go out hand spread. So that's how I'm getting down. I'll do a YouTube video on that soon, just to show you the audience if that's something that you're interested in. You can look that out. I'm also got a video coming out here, uh, either tonight or tomorrow at some point, showing the 5 things that every lawn care company needs if you're just starting out. So that'll be dropping here soon. But we put down 16 tons of salt so far. Last year, I think we did like 9 tons or something. So we've already almost doubled how much salt that I put down from last year. So things are looking up here for us here on the snow side of things. And then um, I've been trying to get things together on the CRM side of things. I want all my routes, I'm trying to get them all ironed out and solidify now for the stuff that I already know I have so that I can build up a new route going into 2025 because I plan on hiring one of my friends. So we'll see how that goes going into 2025. But this snow season has been pretty cool. We got let's see, we got a couple comments. Let me get to these comments over here. We got Opal Loft in the building, Horning Yard Service. My man Chris, he says terrible for me the last 2 weeks as well in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So I'm assuming he got hammered with snow, which would be a good. I assume a good. It's a good thing for me. Let me know in the comments. Is it a good thing for you? I'll get to these YouTube comments here in a second. He says Horning Yard Services, or yeah, Yard Services is he's using snow blowers, Snowmate on a V-Rad 2, and the snow plow shovels. Okay, we got two for the first removal this season. That's what's up. Sunshine's Finest says, "What's up, big baller? Sunshine's Finest in the house. What's going on with you?" Them K podcast is in the building. Stripe Leader says, "Congratulations on the advancement." Spencer Lawn Care NC is in the building. Oh, Chris Horning says he meant 2 years. The last 2 years have been terrible. And hey, I feel you, brother. Here we go. Let's get to these YouTube comments. Um, Wisdom 705. Good seeing you, Mac. We're in Orlando, or we're in Ontario at 10 runs right now. Wow. It's been a heavy snow season, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I did, man, and I hope that you did, and everyone else who's out here watching did as well. And let's see, we got Wisdom here again. He says 30K is his goal for the season. It happens to be his first season with a plow. Wow, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Congratulations to you on taking that step and getting into it. And look, we got a dag on blizzard. I don't know how it is up there in Ontario, but I mean, apparently, he said you had 11 runs so far, so that's a good thing for your first year. That's the cool thing. Like I said earlier, for my first year in snow, we had a lot of snow that year, and it was dope because I depleted my winter fund 50% just to get the plow, and didn't know, it's a leap of faith sometimes. That's what I talk about all the time. You know, sometimes you just gotta step out on faith. Man, God got your back, and He had my back that year. Then Mother Nature was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take a break this year and the next year." And then she was like, "I'm gonna smile upon y'all this year." I don't know, maybe the man upstairs had a talk with her. I don't know, maybe it was Chuck Norris, according to Cedric. Lone Wolf Landscaping says he always in February. One here, I don't know what that means. Question. Oh, okay, so Spencer's Lawn Care NC says question. When final send out quotes for returning clients. When final send out quotes for returning clients for the upcoming season. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'm reading that wrong or something. I send them out the beginning of February for everyone who I want to bring back, which will be every person but one. We are cutting one person's head off. I don't deal with dog poop. I hate it. If you don't clean it up, I ain't got time for it. So we're out of there. But yeah, I got a couple more things. Autocorrect got me. Well, I hope that I answered your question, brother. We gotta get to some more of these things. Elevated landscapes, what's going on? That's my man Cam. How you doing, bro? He says, "What's up, Matt? Good people in the chat. Hey, chat with one another. Light the comment section up. Share the thing out. Hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed and you're here, man, I appreciate you. If you feel so inclined to subscribe, do that. But it's only a vanity metric. You don't got to. I don't mind if you don't. But I'm happy that you're here anyway. PM Mowers is in the building. What's going on over there on Instagram? We got Wisdom. Uh, Wisdom 705, you're a big motivation. Much love, brother. I appreciate all your advice. Well, I appreciate you too, homie. I appreciate you too. Bees Landscaping. This is the last one. I only shovel with the backpack blower. Oh, I have a shovel, backpack blower, and a bucket of salt. Had to turn down my first commercial due to not having a plow. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And however you gotta do it, that's what you gotta do. It is what it is, bruh. Um, get after it. We just got to get after it. Consistency, 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 and all of your dreams will come true. That's what I've learned. Anything that I've ever wanted to be good at, if I've been consistent at it, then I have gotten good and I've gotten the things that I wanted. And so I want to encourage you, Bees Landscaping, to be consistent. Just get your behind out there while it's tough, because this will make you appreciate the things even more when you get them. I know how geeked I was after push mowing yards for 3 years. And we're going from 45, 50 minutes, hour and 15 minutes to do 7, 8, 10,000 square foot lawns with a 21-inch push mower. When I got that damn zero turn, boy, did the game change. I was geeked because I started to see like, oh, this is what boys is getting after it when they got these zero turns. Them 45-minute yards went to 12 minutes. And that's the same thing that will happen. You will appreciate that plow even that much more when you've been shoveling for a little bit and snow blowing. So I encourage you to just keep on pushing, player. Just keep on pushing. All the good things are coming. Now, let me get a sip of water real quick. Um, and then we're gonna make these big announcements, and we'll see. I'm supposed to have a guest in here today, but we'll see where he's at. If he's not here, then we will just keep on talking. Maybe someone else could come on. We'll have a good time. But without further ado, let's get to this first big announcement. And it is this. On March, I don't know the specific date yet, but there will be more details to come in the near future in coming weeks. Okay. But I'm happy to announce that this year's 2025 Lawn Care Setup Showcase will be on March 5th, March 15th, or March 22nd. It will be weather depending. I don't know if it's going to continue to snow like this, like it has in March. When I first started my business, it snowed all the way up into April, which was a good thing back then for me. So I never know how the weather's going to be here in Pittsburgh. So I try to give a 3-week window, a 3-week. Whoo, this is a live show. I try to give a 3-week window so that we can have good weather. Hopefully it's warm. The last couple years it's been about 60 degrees and it's been amazing. So the first year I did it, I want to say we had about 30 people. The second year was about 60. Last year, I think we were right around 90. I didn't do any promotion for it. The channels were smaller. The Instagram people were smaller. I wasn't doing 2 shows when I started that. So now we're going to actually promote it. There will be a Eventbrite link made pretty soon. I will post it on all of my social media platforms. So wherever you find this at, whether it's through the podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or whatever podcasting platform you listen on, whether it is on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, it will be all over the place. I would love for you to be there. I would love to pack out an entire parking lot. Last year we had about 20 to 22, 23, something like that setups. I will be doing a YouTube video showing different people's setups, and it will be a series. We will have a big video for the event as a whole, but then there will be individual videos of the different lawn care setups and how people are doing things. And it doesn't matter whether or not you have a big setup, whether you just have a pickup truck. You could be Dan in the van like my homie Andrew Martinez when he first started. All right. You could start out with just a pickup truck. You could be in a Thunderbird like my homie Aaron Thunderbird with Thunderbird Landscaping. It doesn't matter, big or small. push mowing, zero turn, stand on, sit downs. If you're just doing landscaping, that's fine. You could just be doing hardscaping. We don't care. We want to give people as many ideas as they possibly can have so that they can make the best possible decision for themselves by seeing so many different ways that people are doing things. The amazing thing about our community is we are very open and we enjoy a good live event, don't we? These things have been amazing for the last couple years. I'm not sure if we'll have a giveaway, but for the previous couple years, out of my own pocket, I've bought 21-inch Toro super recyclers, and we have given those away. We've given away small setups the last couple years to help people to get started. Last year, I think my man CJ with 412 Landscaping won the little prize package, and then the previous year before that, it was Brad with BWB Lawn Care Services who won the prize package. Again, like I said, it was a Toro Super Recycler Vortex, the black new Toro that they just came out with, and an Echo 2620 and an Echo PB 2520 handheld blower. That was what the prize package has been the last couple years. We will have the rock paper scissors tournament, but I just don't know what the prize will be for whoever wins. All right. So I'm talking to some people. I want to make it better than it was last year. And we want to be a blessing to whoever it is that serves us. Food will be provided. I've provided it the previous 2 years, but I am trying to find a sponsor or two who can purchase more food because I do expect to have more people there, right? It's going to be an amazing time. Um, yes. So we like to bless the server that serves us. And the only thing that I ask for the people who do come is that they bring $10 to give as a tip to our server. So, we can be a blessing and leave the place better than we found it. That was a lesson that was taught to me by my grandmother. And I'm sure a lot of other elders have said that in the past. But that's the first big announcement. And the second big announcement is again, all of the details will be in the Eventbrite link, which will be the location. It's been at this place called Papa Rock's Pizza the last couple years. I'm not sure if we'll go there again this year or not, but we also might do like a little bowling or something afterwards if people want to stick around. But we'll see. That will be something that we'll come to figure out here in the next couple months before we get there at the early parts of March where we can get together, have fun, and show off these cool lawn care setups and talk to business owners and share advice, create relationships. It's a family friendly event, kids of all ages. We like to let the kids ride the lawnmowers and stuff too. So it's been fun the last couple years. So I encourage you to come sign up with the Eventbrite link whenever it becomes available. We got AIA says, Big Mac, what up, though? CLP Lawn Care from Michigan. What's going on with you, homie? Welcome to the show. Rodriguez Megan, how are you? Over on Instagram, SW Swas Flower. I don't know. Some of these things are but Dawsborn. D Osborne. That's what that is. I don't know why I've been saying Dawsborn for a minute. But D Osborne, what's going on with you? Tata, what up? Shots Landscaping. He's been to the meetups before. So has Lone Wolf Landscaping. So has Cedric Steel Cuts the Best. But the next announcement is this. As you know, I've told you that I will be going do to Ohio between Cincinnati and Columbus to do shop tours. I want to say I think five. One of them had to be postponed to next year, but that doesn't matter. So I got about five of those planned so far for Ohio. If we haven't been getting hit with all of this snow, I would have had a couple more done here in Pittsburgh already. So we're doing Ohio and we're doing Pittsburgh. And the next big announcement is I will be coming to Nashville, Tennessee to do some shop tours. I have 3 already in the books. If you live near Nashville, Tennessee, or Chattanooga, Tennessee, they're about 2.5 hours apart from one another. So if you live in between there somewhere, and we can stop past, and maybe you could be a part of the shop tour series too. All you got to do is DM me at Mac_landscaping 412 on Instagram, or you can email me at maclandscaping412 at gmail.com and let me know where your address is at. And if we can work it out, we can work it out. But I already have 3 on the books plan to go. I will be coming to Nashville on February 11th and 12th, I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it's the 11th and the 12th. Let me look at this thing real quick. February 11th and 12th, or the 12th and the 13th. It's one or the other. It is the 11th and the 12th. So February 11th, I will be on an airplane and I will arrive to Nashville, Tennessee at about 7:30 in the morning. And I will be going to do 2 shop tours directly in Nashville so far. And I am waiting to hear back from 2 more people who are down in Nashville. Again, if you want to be a part of it, all you gotta do is let me know if you're close to Nashville, Tennessee, preferably in Nashville, Tennessee. That would be awesome. But I will be coming down to see my homeboy who I met last year on Instagram Live. The one, the only, John Crawley of One Man, One Mower Landscaping. Definitely putting on for a city down there in Nashville, Tennessee. Me and John met each other on Instagram. We got to meet each other in person down at Equip Expo last year, and he is just full of energy, fire, passion. He's out here killing about 170 yards with one truck, and I am excited to come down to Nashville, Tennessee to see John, see how he operates, see some of the properties. I definitely want to go to the hot spot. If you're not familiar with John, he has a place in that he calls the hot spot, where he got like 7, 8 properties all on the same street. So I want to go see how he operates, see the killer in action, because that dude is out here killing it, man. In a short time, he has absolutely changed his life. He is the co-host of the Mo Trapping podcast with my man Boneyard and Antonio Boneyard, and I am excited. He was the first person I thought of, and I was like, let me look at some different places that I can go to and see some people that I know, but at a reasonable price, because flights ain't cheap, and I pay for all this stuff by myself. So I checked on on Southwest. I was like, let me see how much a flight is, and to my surprise, it wasn't too expensive. So I said, hey, I hit John up and I said, bro, you wanna be a part of my shop tour series? He was like, "What you mean you gonna come down here?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll just fly down." He was like, "Hell yeah, I want to be a part of it." I was like, "My man, can you reach out to a few people and see if there's some other people that would like to be a part of it, so we can do more than just one?" And he was like, "Yeah." So he reached out to my homie, um, Akeem Bose, aka B the Barber Landscaping Services. He is also in Nashville, Tennessee. I met him at Equip Expo. He came to my meetup, which was dope. My man Akeem. So I was happy to meet him. He's going to also be a part of the shop tour series. So I don't know much about his business, but I do know this. He said they don't cut grass, they give it a haircut or something, is his tagline. And I like that. So I'm excited to see how he operates and to see what it's like in Nashville, Tennessee. I've never been there before. I've never been there. So I'm excited to see what, uh, you know, the different way the land is. We got so much hills and potholes and all kind of things that happen up here in Pittsburgh that I got to deal with. So I'm always excited to go to a different region I wouldn't say, I don't know about the climate zone or whatever. I'm not sure how warm or cold it gets there, but I do know when I talked to John earlier in the week, he said that they had got one of his boys got a snow plow and they were getting some snow down there in Nashville. So I guess they get snow as well. But yeah, I'm excited to go see him and Akeem down there in Nashville. And then my homie Alex Wells, aka Moet Wells. He got a big channel on YouTube, over I want to say 50 or 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, over 200,000 followers on Facebook, 50 something thousand followers on TikTok and Instagram. So he's big on social media, but he does some of the tall grass short stuff, but he also has a business where I want to say he got something like eight employees, 4 or 5 trucks. They do maintenance, they do landscaping jobs, and he is out here killing it. The name of his business is Midtown Lawn Care. So I'm excited to go talk to Alex because Alex is different from me. I am solo, or well, I wouldn't say solo. I got one crew. I'm not trying to have 10 employees. I like me, Captain Jack. I want maybe one or two more guys that we can enrich their lives while I do some other stuff on the side. But Alex actually is into growing his business, and him and I talk a lot because it's two contrasting ways that we're doing things. And so I'm excited to go see someone who's actually on the growth plan, and he did this stuff quick. He was grew up, he was working with his uncle, and then his uncle was like, it's going to take you 10 years to create a business. And man, my homie created a business in 1 year and quit his job and was like, let's go. And now he got multiple crews. He's doing big things all over social media, and I'm excited to go see him. So I'm geeked up, man. I'm looking forward to meeting these people where they're at, and hopefully it's some warm weather, and hopefully, we get some snow relief. So, I don't have to worry about my whole snow route and everything here. But I do see that our guest has joined the green room. So I'm going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we will bring our guest in, introduce my homie, and then we'll get to talking about a few things that they got going on. I will be right back. Let's hit the music. That was quick. We just real quick. I had to go make something happen, Captain. And you drink a lot of water sometimes. you gotta you gotta go somewhere. But I'm geeked up. We got Rodriguez Megan says, I assume, but I wanted to be sure. I'm not tour of folks, rig setups, equipment, storage units. What's a shop tour? Oh, okay. She had a question. Rodriguez Megan says, what's a shop tour? Spencer's Lawn Care and C answer. He says, a tour of folks' rigs, setups, equipment, setup, storage spaces, etc. Uh, let's see here. Spencer's Lawn Care says, I'm excited. My truck vinyl will be in on Wednesday. Big things this year. Big thing. Yeah, I'm happy for you, homie. I'm happy for you. But hey, let's now I see my homie is in here. uh he will be one of the people that we go down here and see. I just gave you a little bit of his, not a little bit of his background. I don't really know him, so I'm excited because we gonna get to meet him. The audience that's watching now, I know he's been on the Boneyard podcast, the Mo Trapping podcast before, but now he's gonna be here, and I am geeked up. Without further ado, let me add my homie in, Akeem Bose, aka the Lawn,
Be
be the Lawn Barber.
your
How you
lawn's
doing,
favorite
homie?
barber. We don't cut grass. We give grass haircuts, man.
There it is. I love
Yeah.
that, man. I
Thank you for
read your
having
tagline. Yeah, thank you for coming on. I appreciate
me.
you, brother.
I appreciate you.
Um, no doubt, man. Hey, first of all, tell everybody, I already said your name and everything, but tell everybody a little bit real quick about you, your name of your business,
Okay.
where you're at, what you kind of focus on in your business.
Okay. My name Akeem Booz, but I go by most people call me the barber. My business is Be the Lawn Barber, your lawn's favorite barber. We don't cut grass. We give grass haircuts. Pretty much specialize in grass, but what we really specialize in that tall fescue. We real huge here. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Like I say, I do aeration, overseed, mulch, the normal basis that most landscapers do. I got one employee, which I got
Hmm.
this year. Shout out to Stripe, who trained them for me when I had broke my leg, so that I can come back and have some help to make it easy on me. So that's just pretty much Be the Lawn Barber. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. What kind of equipment are you running?
I use Bradley. I have 52-inch Bradley, 36-inch Bradley stand on. I have a 48-inch walk behind Bradley, and I have a 30-inch Toro Time Master, and all my essential tools is pretty much Shadowin.
I like that. They got that at my I like the red. See,
That's what it is with me. It's the
yeah,
red for me.
I want red, but like I got all Echo stuff. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna spray paint the orange parts red
Yeah,
just because,
you
I mean,
should.
just because I wanted to look how I wanted to look, you know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
And
pretty much.
but I don't want to buy a whole bunch of new stuff.
I,
Uh, but I'm so excited that you decided to come on tonight, bro. We met at my event down at Equip Expo, and we seen each other a few more times throughout the entirety of the event. I know you're super cool with my man John Crowley, so I had reached out to him. I looked up some flights on Southwest and Spirit, and I was like, which one should I do? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna go ahead and get on this Southwest flight.
oh yeah,
Spirit and did me wrong a few times, you know what I'm saying?
right.
But I hit him up and I was like, yo, I want to do a shop tour series. Would you want to be a part of it? Once I seen the flights was, cheap from Pittsburgh to Nashville, he was like, yeah. And I said, cool. Well, I don't want to just come and do one. So who's down there with you, that maybe would want to be a part of it? And he said,
Hey,
you,
and I might.
Stripe City, and one other guy. I can't remember who the other guy was. But when he said you, I already knew who you was. I like, yeah, and you could talk well and
Yeah, yeah.
everything. You doing giveaways and stuff on your IG. So I'm really geeked up. How long you been in business, and what got you into doing lawn care?
Uh, I've been in business. This will be my 5th year. I started as a homeowner. I was just trying. I started off with a 22-inch Toro Time Master. I just wanted to have the best looking yard in the neighborhood. That's just what it was. Because we moved into a brand new subdivision, and one of my neighbors, like I say, we all moved here. He was like, "Who gonna do your lawn care?" I was like, "Me." And next thing you know, it went from him to this person to I have a total of 50 yards in my backyard in my neighborhood, which they don't count. I got another 50, 60 yards outside of my neighborhood that I've been taking care of solo since I've been in business. But my
Wow.
year I didn't eat. So my first year I had a full-time job and I used to work after hours and cut the grass. And I probably ended the first season with like anywhere between 15 to 20 yards. Like I say, as of today, we stand a solid 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Hey, being solo. So I think it's a blessing. Always praise be to God, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So you said most of your yards you started out with 50. That's just in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then how did you branch out and get more? See, my show is for the majority of it is I want to help other people who are
And,
brand new. You know what
and
I'm
that's
saying? So a big question a lot of people have is how do we get new customers? So starting out with that 50 is awesome, but how did you
Well, I didn't
go
start
up to the other 50?
50. What happened was, like I said, like I said, when we first moved into this neighborhood, my wife had put it in a Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? And then pretty much I grew organically. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go out here and do a lot of promotions. It became word of mouth. Um, but I also do have business cards. Like I say, I do the little hole punch in them. I got that, and then you put the rubber band through. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually what I use. Very simple. And then another thing I use too is when I make reels, people think reels are for them. No, they are free commercials.
Yep.
So they are free commercials. So when I make them, like when I tell a customer I do aeration, they don't have understanding. I show them the process of the 21 day process of the start and what you can have at the end. So I use my reels more so as promotion more than anything.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's a gem right there. I had to write that down. I'm gonna make sure uh that we put that in the show notes because boy,
Think about it.
when-
You make reels for people to educate, but watch this. A lot of customers visionary, and they'll be like, well, they don't really understand. So if you doing a little step by step, and once I show that, that's just what it is. Because the thing is, I tell anybody nowadays, it used to be you trying to get on TV, you trying to be on billboards. You trying to get it right here in the hand.
yep.
Because if you pay attention, everybody have their phone is glued to your hand. So if you can get in the hand, hey, you in there. And so that's just kind of how I been running my business for the most part.
Man, that's look, this is already good. See, this is why you gotta talk to people.
Come on now.
Say it all the time, man. You have to open your mouth. You need to smile,
Yep.
open your mouth, put your hand out the hand to get a handshake. Ask for someone's Instagram or TikTok or whatever so that you can continue to have a relationship so that you can learn. Because these are things that I wasn't even thinking about. You said you got one employee.
Yeah. I got
Do,
one.
are you looking to get
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
employees?
So this year we plan on extending to about two more. I don't want no. I only want three employees. That way, because I do try to plan on this year buying me a double cab Isuzu truck. That's kind of
Mm,
my goal this year. And everybody be. I know the single cab cheaper, but I think about three men. You can only get three people in there. Me and two other people. So if I get a double cab, and then I think about this. I don't want to be next to no bunch of funky men. You know what I'm saying? Sweaty, and we all in here. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but for what I'm doing right now, and where I'm trying to take my business, you know what I'm saying? That what works for me and what how I'm kind of designing. But right now, I just use my that big old Chevy out there, that big red thing.
yeah,
Trailer.
I love it, man. You got to do things the way you want to do them. That's why I always say in my videos, whenever I do the podcast with Cedric, whenever I do this, it's like, I'm not telling you what to do. This is just what I do. This is what's been working for me. And then you
Right.
just take a little bit from this person, take a little bit from that person, and then you make your stew. And then it tastes so good because you like, all right, this is what works for me. I ain't got to do any of these other things. Now, do you only do lawn care? Do you do landscaping? You do a mix of both? How's that? How
I
you?
do a little a little. I do light landscaping, not pretty much. Like I said, I started off as a homeowner, so honestly, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm when I say I'm still learning, I'm every day I'm learning. You know, from people online and stuff like that. So like I said, I ain't been in long. And then when I started my business originally, it was for freedom. I didn't get. That's why it's why you'll see my cup and say, "Freedom ain't free, but it's worth it."
Yes. I love
Because
that.
I got in the business, and when I started, it wasn't about the money, it was about buying time, if that makes sense. Like,
Hmm.
if people follow me, that people that do follow me will tell you, when the off season come, I'm like the ants. I hibernate because I don't, because I've got newer subdivisions, so we don't have that many trees, and we don't have, I don't have to do a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Then we don't get much snow. So I, excuse me, where was I at? I have a little.
I do the same thing. So you said you don't get much snow.
Yeah, we don't get much snow. So That just pretty much, like I said, where I'm at. Like I said, oh yeah, when I started my business, like I say, freedom. So January, December, January, February is the hardest times of the year. I get 3 yellow envelopes. I'll just show you this. I get 3 yellow envelopes and I write it on there. And I look at grass cutting as a base pay. You know,
Mm.
I tell everybody when I teach it, I'm from the streets, so I look at cutting grass like selling dope. Some people don't like it. I tell you, people gonna buy weed either once a week or every 2 weeks. People get their grass cut once a week or every 2 weeks. When you do aeration, mulch, trimming bushes, any type of landscaping, that's wrist work. That's cooking crack. You know what I'm saying? I just, some people might think it's crazy, but that's how I start processing it. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's the new dope game.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. It's just money hand over. It comes in like that. And by the time you look up, you're like, whoa. And then, but at the same time, you spend just as much as you make.
Yep.
I bought my freedom. So when the wrist work come in, I start buying my months because I know them the hardest times of the year. Like my
Yeah.
first, I didn't do that. The first because you know how you get in the game, the money come, you're not used to it.
You're
You're
right.
accustomed to having that type of money. Plus, you working a full-time job, so you have to learn to discipline yourself. Because then, if not, when the winter off season do come, you're gonna find yourself punching somebody's clock. And I think as a person, we all make enough money, but if we had a little more money discipline, if we paid ourselves first before we start paying everybody else, when the hardest times of the year come, December, January, and February, you don't be out here stressing. So,
Mm.
but this year, because when I broke my leg and I ended up getting an employee, I'm really starting all over with my business because now I have to structure my business around having employees
Mm-hmm.
so that now when the off season comes next time, I need to be able to keep him with a job. That's why I went to St. Louis and got with the Will Do Me, aka Stripe Leader, Leaf Leader.
Mm.
All I went and linked up with him because he do the most leads to learn how to do leads. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're not doing them in my city, but he doing them on a whole different magnitude. And then I don't
Mm-hmm.
there. That's why they say iron sharp as iron. Then when the snow fell this year, we didn't have a whole lot, but watching other guys kind of motivated me to be like, that's something I might need to. You may not get a lot of it, but when it do come, it's paying good dividends.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Yeah. So just like I said, diverse in my portfolio.
I really love the drug game analogy. And I'm gonna be real with you, bro. And the reason is because I talked about my dad being in prison. That's what he was in prison for
Yep.
selling drugs. When he came home, bro, I had already started my business when he finally came home. I was 30. I was 28 when he came home. He went back in and he came
Yeah.
back out. I was already now had started the business. When he came out, I said to him, "This is exactly like what you did. Only it's legal
And you got to work.
and you got to work. But it's just as recurring as it used to be with the people who would call you and we would drive around all of the houses. I was 11 years old, just
Yeah.
riding around in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I that's how I equated it too. And I wasn't even a part of that world, but
Right.
I understood that. And it really is just this business, bruh.
Yep.
That stuff is business too. It's just business that's illegal, right? And we're not condoning any of that.
No. We're not.
But you got to understand that that's how sometimes that's how we need to see things. Why I make a sports analogy so much because that's a lot of the way I see the world is through sports.
Right.
But when I was trying to explain to my father, it was like you already was hustling, bruh. This is the same hustle. You used to get up early in the morning. We would be all the way over where we needed to be by 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the same thing I do. I wake up, I have my ass at that first yard by 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
These people, you was getting paid $20 for a
Right.
gram. I'm getting paid $60, $70 for 15 minutes at a yard.
Yep.
Which one's better? The police ain't trying to mess with me, none of that stuff. So like I'm like, bruh, we can do this. Business is business. And once
Mm-hmm.
you realize that, it's like, oh, I could be hustling the right way the whole time.
Right.
So I'm happy that it don't bother me at all. And this podcast is so that we can figure out that everyone, no matter who you are, you can be successful. Be the Barber successful. I'm
Yeah.
being successful. My man Mo Wells and John Crawley, those guys is being successful. All the other people that you seeing on the internet, hopefully it's real and they're all being successful as well. But to each his own. We all gonna have different ways we got into it. So I'm you ain't never got to worry about that, bro. This is the place to be real. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And to be honest, I wasn't worried about it because if you go my page, that's how I explain it to my followers.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, when we grew up and went to school, the curriculum wasn't really designed for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some of
Yep.
us were just made to use your hands. We want, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, I was like a BCD student. I want the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of my partners. When I talk to Stripe, I talk to Stripe leader, Stripe City, Stripe leader. We all say the same thing. So they was teaching us, they was trying to explain stuff to us wrong. So I don't condone it, and I don't like my mama. Then I grew up, came in a family that's liked it, and I always said you can get it one or two ways. You gonna get it legally or illegally. And like I say, just so happened my mama changed her life, and I definitely believe in God, and she broke the generational curse because I come from a big line. I'm from originally from Memphis, and I've been living in Nashville 6 years, and I shout out to Nashville for opening doors, the gateway, and so it just kind of how it originated better for me to understand. So when I did it like that, and then I started explaining to and sell it like that, you know what I'm saying? Now my followers be like, oh, it makes sense. They can, some people grasp it better like
Yeah.
that instead of saying 1 + 1 is 2. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really, 1 + 1, if you take a man and a woman together, they have a kid, it's 3, but it just depends on how you look at math sometimes.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. And see, another thing is everyone's gonna receive the message
Right.
a different way. And so they might receive it how I give the message, or they might receive it how you give the message. The point is not how the message is given, it's just the fact that it is given
There it
so that
is.
someone has an opportunity to use it, right? And for a good thing. Now, I have noticed on your IG page you do some giveaways and stuff. So what has inspired your charitable heart, your charitable giving?
Like I
What kind
said,
of inspired that?
the Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. The Bible say to much is given, much is required.
Mm,
So I've learned, if you look at people with wealth, you make all this money, but God bless you to make it, but it's not all for you. It's not, it's for you to be of service to other people. So I realized I have a platform. I may only have like 1,000 some followers, but guess what? Them my 1,000 or some followers. Like,
yep.
you know what I'm saying? I don't care. When I had 5 and 10, I'm going hard for them. Cause like last year, to be honest, I gave away because I had a little part-time job working at Sunglass Hut, working a couple days because I didn't want to pay full price for glass. I get 50% off. That's why you always gonna see me a lot of time in my pictures. I look like this right here. I wear Ray-Bans. I'm very big. So I gave away Ray-Bans last year, Oakleys. I gave away Nike boots, just stuff like that. Just giving back to the community, man, because
Mm-hmm.
it's better to give than to receive. And you don't know who you help or who you give a little more to just to go a little bit further. Like, and one of my giveaways, one of the guys hit me up. He said, "Man, you make me want to do a giveaway now. It don't hurt.
It don't.
It does not hurt to give something. What does it hurt you?
It
Nothing.
don't. It actually feels good.
Come on,
I
man.
heard Denzel Washington say one time that the most selfish thing you can do is give something to someone else because of
Yeah.
the feeling that it gives you. And I heard this cool analogy one time from a pastor on an Instagram reel, and he said, "Chickens don't eat eggs, and apple trees don't drink apple juice.
Come on, man.
They were put here to serve others." He says, "Your talents are not for you. They were given to you by God so that we could give them to other people." And that's why I always say the creator created you to be creative. So go out and create what you want with your life, because the things that you create are gifts to other people. And
Correct.
if you help enough people get what you want, then you can just have anything that you want,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah. He tell you all the time, it's better to give than receive. Because if you always trying to receive, you don't even have your hands full. But think about this. If you ever think about it, the more what God gonna tell you, you can't beat him giving. You can't. So if I try to beat him giving, what he gonna do? He gonna constantly show me you ain't gonna beat me. So he gonna constantly put something in his hand to keep pushing forward. You know, and that's like, you know, people may hear me, and I use that when it comes. You see, I use the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. You know, it's just certain things in the Bible I follow by. I follow behind the instructions I follow that then help me be successful in my business. Like for instance, I tell everybody, if you don't pay your tithes and you believe in God, you're wrong. Because Malachi 3 and 8 say, how do a man rob God in tithes and offering? It don't matter what the pastor do with it. You just got to put the seed in the ground and trust God gonna bless you.
Bruh.
And that's how I live and operate in my business. Because think about it. I came from a 22-inch Toro Time Master. I can go pop my garage and show you. You ain't got to come. I'll pop it and show you what's out there. And then I got a whole storage full of equipment. The God, what he say, he'll pull you out room enough that you won't have room enough to receive. I had more equipment, but I ain't got no workers. Think about it. You got all these mowers, but no workers. You can only operate one mower at a time, one trim at a time. So he now done put me in a position to where now I'm finna I done employ somebody else. Now they can take care of their family.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna teach them the same principles, and then we're gonna employ somebody else, and it's just gonna be a constant thing because why? We're giving, man.
You got Les Walker down here says you make me want to do a giveaway.
You should. You should.
Absolutely, man.
You should.
Again, it makes you feel good. And look, bruh, can I just tell you, like, I got to put my hand up so this camera don't move, but I've watched your Instagram. I was not expecting this. I am so excited to come to Nashville even more now to see all of the stuff. I know we gonna make history down there, man.
Yeah.
With you guys, and these videos are about to be amazing. I'm so happy that you were able to come on tonight. So, what is advice you would give to someone who's brand new in the business, or someone who is thinking about just someone who's brand new in business?
And I just did this on the thing. What is the number one thing I would say to somebody that just now getting in the business? Don't quit. Quit. Because I'm telling you, the thing with a lot of us, we quit. We don't never stop. What I mean is keep moving your feet. Not in one place, but move forward. And understand this. Where you at today, you're going to surpass that tomorrow. If you hang around 9 broke people, you're going to be number 10. Because if you got $10 and you give everybody $1, now everybody got $1. But when you get, like, when we give you a good example, when we came to the expo, right? This is why I say keep moving your feet. People didn't realize a multi-billion-dollar industry. Every person there at least make a minimum of $100,000. So if you put 10 people together that make $100,000, that's $1 million. And we did Crawley and Bone did they thing. It was over 30 of us in one room.
Yeah, I was there.
Come on now. Hey, that was powerful, bro.
It was 200 something people. Yeah,
you
right.
It's your thing. So think about, do the numbers. Look at them. See, that's the thing about it. And then I don't let whatever you want to be in this world, put yourself around it. Put your money in you. Always put your money back in you. Understand this. People may say, I'm gonna tell you why I use the Bradley more. Well, when I first got in the game, I know nothing about no zero turn. I didn't have a lot of money. I was just looking. I never rolled one. I went to SLE. The dude there, he taught me. His name Mark. He made them open the doors up, brought that 36-inch Bradley out, and he taught me how to drive. He spent an hour to teach me how to use it. So I always tell people, if it make money, it makes sense. Don't get so caught up in the influence and the people. If you're making money with your equipment today, it's gonna make money tomorrow. Yes. Don't always go out here and keep your overhead low. Try to keep your overhead low as possible. Is that a way you can continue to profit? Then you can go out and really get what you really, really want. So that's kind of like my advice right there to people. You know what
Yeah, I love it, man. When you're first starting out, the best thing you can do is not spend a lot of money.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Save that stuff up because the, here's why I did it. I seen the stuff that people had on the internet. I did not have good credit. So when I started out, I just had to save up till I had enough
Right.
to get that zero turn that I wanted. And once I did that, I just thought to myself, I'm not gonna get a payment on a mower. And if I do, it's gonna be paid off within the year so
Hmm.
that my expenses don't continue to be there once we get into the off season before I had snow work and things like that. So keeping your expenses low
Let's
is
keep them low.
like I hope more people are going to say that, and I hope that every time someone hears that, that they understand that the person who's saying that went through some stuff, and there's a
Yeah.
reason why we feel the way we feel. I remember hearing Dave Ramsey talking about, if you're familiar, he's down in Nashville. So
Hmm.
if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, but he said that he had a whole lot of real estate and it was all leveraged. And once he did that, the banks called the notes and he had to file for bankruptcy. And that's what started him wanting to help people to never have to go through that stuff.
Hmm.
And he says he'll never owe anyone anything. It's a debt-free thing, but that's only because he went through something.
Come on,
I grew up poor, right? I
right?
grew up poor and I don't want to owe people things.
Come on now.
I do not want to owe. Now I got some credit card debt now, but we're getting that cleared up because I do not like owing people. And I go to a church. My church is called Grace Life Church here in Pittsburgh. I
Right.
encourage anybody to come. Our preacher, his name Pastor Buck, his wife Pastor Amy, they preach the prosperity gospel, and I could just tell you, they're one of the biggest things is be debt free. It's biblical.
Hmm.
So do your best to not owe people things. Now I'm not saying to stifle your business
Right.
because a lawnmower might get you to the next level where you can pay that thing off in 4 months. That's what I did. That was what my story was. So I'm not saying not to leverage it, but what you don't want to do is have your entire business leveraged. I remember when I first started to get cool on social media with some people.
Hmm.
There were some people that were buying some wild stuff, bruh. And I'm like, how do you have this? All these, they're all on payments. And I'm not judging. Again,
No,
I'm
no.
not judging. You do what you feel you need to do. But if you're not using something and you still got a payment on it, or five things that you're not using, they all got payments on them, man. That's
That,
a stressful situation,
come
bruh.
on now.
So I encourage the debt-free stuff as much as possible,
Yeah.
unless you know something can take you
To the next level.
to the next level.
To the
Yeah,
next
to
level.
the next
So
level.
that's why I said Bradley. It was affordable when I first bought it. So I said this. That's why I went with the 52 out there. I'm like, it's already making money. It already striped. My Bradley outstripe anybody. I'm gonna tell you right now. And we ain't got no stripe kit on there.
Yeah,
You know, so they go to show you don't have to have no expensive out. Every mower gonna add something different than any other mower. You know what I'm saying? But when they came out, like I said, it make me money, so it makes sense.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I got 3 months. I don't work hard like the rest of y'all with all these expensive malls, and I don't do that. I travel. That's why you'll follow me. I tell my followers, when I go out of town, you going out of town. I took them to Hawaii. I'm taking you on a cruise. Wherever I go, you're gonna go with me. Because I want people to see that it's more to it than just cutting grass. Like you can have a life. Like it opens at doors for you to do so many things. You know what I'm saying? Get out here, see the world, see how another man eat a cheeseburger. You
oh
they don't eat it the same.
yeah, boy. Hey, golly, I did not know that this was about to happen. This has been, you know, this has been one of my favorite episodes, bro. You gonna have to come on here more often because
Hey,
it's
whenever you invite me,
it's like the same as Crawley, bro. That's how I feel about you right now. Like
yeah,
we just feel like two kindred spirits who got that fire and desire to win in life and to spread that same
right.
light to other people so that they can feel the warmth of winning in life, bro. It is a beautiful thing, especially when you have a comeback story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is a beautiful thing when you've been through something and then you make it, because then you got a story to tell and you got a way to relate to people to let
Yep.
them know that we ain't special. None of us are actors out here. We just out here trying to get it and
Yep.
win so that we could change the family tree and change the legacy
There you
for
go.
those who come
And
behind us.
leave an inheritance for your family, man. That's what it's.
Absolutely.
That's like I said. That's the Bible. You
No
know,
doubt.
you want to be able to leave generational wealth, man, for your family. You know, because
Yeah.
think if some of us then nobody leaving it for us, but you gotta not be selfish and be selfless. That's why I say we put here to be used. So if you don't want to be used, then you're useless.
Mm.
So either you're going to be useful or you're going to be useless. So you what they say, use me, just don't use me up.
I like it. I think we'll go ahead and land the plane there. That was fire. Hey, for anyone who wants to get in touch with you, Akeem, leave all your socials and anything that you want to promote before we get out of here and I hit these people with the last shot, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. This has been amazing.
I can't wait to see you when you come to the city. Hey, when you come to the city, we're gonna roll the red carpet out for you. Just you ain't gotta worry about nothing. When I tell you, when you come to the city, you can put your money in your pocket. We got you, man. It's just how it is. Because one thing about here, these Tennessee boys, man, they'll tell you we get together. We a real brotherhood here. We a real powerhouse. Ain't no hating here. They'll tell you it's so much money in our city, ain't enough people to get it. And what Boosie say? You can tell I got cake about what? The diamonds in my teeth.
Oh man, I love it.
On Instagram, I'd both to be on Instagram, TikTok pretty much, but Instagram, be the lawn barber, be underscore the lawn barber LLC. We is licensed and insured around here. And that's pretty much it. My content is just for regular people. I let you in my life. Say something real quick. You know, I used to smoke weed prior today. I'm proud of myself. I'm what 14, 15 days strong in it. I've been going to the gym because I'm trying to better myself, better my health. And my followers been following me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's how my life is. I'm gonna let you into my personal life because guess what? We as lawn people have lives too. Like it's real stuff that goes on being an entrepreneur when you're trying to do everything. And one more thing, I will be doing a giveaway for my birthday, 220. If you know I'm big on the metal glass, I would be giving away a pair of Ray-Ban metal glasses, 220 for my birthday, just to let you know. Hey, I do. Hey, we finna take the giveaway. They just gonna we're gonna graduate. Hey, one day I might give away an Insta 360 game.
Wow, that's fire. Hey, my you said your birthday's on February 20th?
Yes, sir.
So is my daughter's.
Okay, hey,
Yeah.
these twins.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank
I
you for
appreciate you,
coming through
bro.
the show, and
Thank
I
you
will
for
see
having.
you on February 11th.
Hey, can't wait to have you, man. And everybody else, thank y'all for having me. Love you.
Yeah,
Boom.
my man. Man, I was fire. I hope. Look. I know I got something from that. I'm gonna be selfish on this. I hope that you got something too, because I know for sure. But I wrote some stuff down. I don't even do that. I don't really take notes, man. I have a hard time. My ADHD. I be thinking of something that I need to say before the person finishes what they're saying, so that I can keep the conversation going. And I don't always have time to write things down. Then your boy forgets. But man, Be the Barber just came on here, killed it. Oh my goodness, I am so geeked. Excuse me, to get down to Nashville to see him, my homie John Crawley, my man Alex Wells, and maybe even you. If you want to be part of the Nashville Shop Tour series and you live in Nashville or real close to Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, hit me up, Mac underscore landscaping 412 on Instagram. Mac landscaping 412 at gmail.com is the email. If you want to be a part of it, I would love to come see you, hear your story, and let you share your light of information with the YouTube world. Yeah, now let's get to the last shot. Hey, listen, I always say, like I said earlier, this show is to show people that it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, where you came from, what your religion is. None of that matters. Whether you had two parents, one parent, Then none of that matters if you were a dope high school athlete or you were in the band camp. It does not matter. You can be successful in here. The last shot is. It does not matter where you came from. Everyone is eligible to win in this game. You don't even got to make the playoffs. You're already in them. The playoffs of your life. And you can have anything that you want. The creator created you to be creative. So create what you want in this life because you only get one. There ain't no redos. Take the damn shot. We've passed you the ball and we're going to come down the paint. All right. To get the rebound, to pass it to you again. Keep taking the shot. One day it's going to be your time to win. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. I wish you nothing but success. Get out there on those grass cutting go-karts and go kick ass for your family, but not just for them. Also for yourself, for the future. Most importantly, for God. I'm out. Peace. Now we got to end this live stream. See you next week.